Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Still Right at Home. That's our new name. We're still at home. We're right at home. We're still at home. By the way, Joe, you made me laugh because Sister Cheryl said, "Welcome" or "Hello from New Mexico," which sounds really great. And then Joe, you said, "Hello from Odington." You made Odington sound very exotic. So kudos for making Odington look good. Hello from Odington. So, anyways, good evening, everybody. Welcome. Um, Today, the struggle is real. That hour of sleep seems to have gotten everybody. Did you feel the difference today? The hour of sleep, Kate?
Yes, I think so.
Maybe we have a quick vote. Who felt the pain of the lost hour of sleep? For some reason, I guess our kids are old enough now. They're starting to like pick up on this whole time change things because today they were completely thrown off. So, just curious, were we the only ones? This morning was, I don't know, it got me this morning. It took me a few minutes to get the cobwebs out. Apparently, I was the only one. True. Sister Cheryl's rhyme. Hello from New Mexico. So, Jeff is saying, is that Jeff? Jeff is giving a complete. We saw Jeff today at small group. It looked like Jeff really could have used an extra hour. I would say Jeff looked like he was. Jeff. Jeff was struggling today for a few minutes this morning on small group. We jumped. We were with Jeff and his Becky Finner. Oh, that was awesome. Oh, Becky Finner said it takes a week to acclimate. Oh, that's actually funny. That's actually good, Becky. I like that one. Oh, that's good. Oh man. We made it through, Jeff. We did make it through. So we got through. Oh, that's hilarious. It takes a week to acclimate, throwing off the nap times. Did anyone have to take a nap today? We didn't get our nap today. So Kate's needing the coffee tonight. Is this true? No. You're a woman of many words, Kate. uh, so, anyways, we'll talk about this in a minute when more people get on. But we have some special stuff. I'll get it out here in a minute. Some special stuff planned for next week, sort of as our 1 year anniversary. So next year, I can't believe it. Next week, will be 1 year of Right at Home. I can't believe that. So I'm not sure if that's 1 year and our only year, or it's just we made it a year. So kind of celebration of that. We're gonna do some fun stuff next week, some surprises, and we will you'll have to join next week to see. But we're gonna have some fun. And just celebrate sort of the year that's been Right at Home, and see if we can't play a couple of our more interesting and laugh-hearted moments over the last year. So it should be fun. So that is next week for our Right at Home 1 year anniversary. Today was our 1 year anniversary for Sunday morning. So can you believe it's been a year?
No, I can't.
It feels like a decade.
So Right at Home was a week after we had started virtual?
I looked up, I don't know if, I went back.
That can't be correct.
No, we started virtual on the 10th. And then we started, okay.
I thought we had met virtually a few weeks.
No, so what happened was, I'm going to go back, March 2020. Let me get my dates
I don't know,
correct
do
here.
any of you all remember?
So according to my calculations, March
we
2020.
Don't remember, I doubt anyone else will.
So March 2020, we had on the I'm in the right year, right? Yeah, March the 8th, we were on.
Aw, hi Wanda. Good
March the
evening to
8th,
you.
we were at small group only Sunday. We still had small groups.
Yes.
Then the following, the 15th, we had to go all virtual. And then we started right at home on the 22nd for 30 minutes. We didn't start on
That's
29th,
right.
so it's
That's right,
kind of 2
'cause-
weeks.
Yes, right at home was only 30 minutes.
Yes.
That's correct.
When we first started, it was
Okay.
only a 30-minute kind of update. We spent a lot of time in the beginning just kind of talking
Yes.
about the state of it. That was when it was like you couldn't get food and it was just kind of crazy.
Yes.
So,
I remember.
based off that,
Hi,
next week would
Mallory.
be our 1 year
Oh, thank you.
1 year anniversary. So, anyways, that's where things are at this point. So, but tonight, we actually want to take a few minutes tonight and set something up for not this week, but the following week. And before Right at Home was Right at Home. This is true. So we're going to take a moment tonight. Actually, we'll see where it
We
goes.
should have a Right at Home trivia.
Oh, yes. There's a good one. So you guys have our information. So that's what we should do. If you have a good Right at Home trivia question, send it to us. Because we may not but don't tell anybody you're asking. We won't be able to come up with all of them.
The point was if they could remember some of it.
I know, but
But if
maybe
they're
they'll
asking
remember
the
something
question-
somebody else won't remember as well. So we can all join
Okay,
together.
Okay. All right. We'll join.
That would be
forces.
great. So
All
Right
right,
at Home
Angie.
trivia and a Right at Home flashback blooper reel.
Oh, that would be great.
So, we will put
and
that
some
together.
of the classic. And we'll bring you guys into it. We'll have the classic lines throughout the.
Yeah, so we're gonna have some fun next
There's
week.
been some funny things you guys have said.
Yeah. So
that have made us
hopefully, what we can do, see all the train whistles. So we'll do that, Ari. We'll work on that. So what we'll hopefully do is get I know it's been kind of scattered the last couple weeks, couple months actually, since the new year. So hopefully we get everybody back on next week who's watched with us. We can have some fun and some laughs and some memories. Hopefully
And
you
our
can help
kids
us
will
out.
be on.
Yeah, our kids will
So
be
I
on.
don't know if Kinsey is still watching. I didn't see them on. But the Kellers were watching, and one of our faithful members in the beginning of watching online, and Kinsey was always watching. So Kinsey, if you see this somehow, be on next week because my children will be here.
Yeah, not today,
So,
Satan. That was
I
one of our best
know.
clips. Yes, we could do that, Bailey Bickley. Yes, Bailey Bickley. All the Vic Jolie comments
Well,
back
Bailey,
to back.
I was kind of going to do that, so great minds think alike. But yes.
So, anyways, we'll have some fun next week. But we're going to set up.
And yes, Sister Cheryl.
Oh,
good.
Christine said make it
Okay.
happen.
Awesome.
So, what we want to do tonight is going to have a little fun. How big is Shadow?
He's currently at least 25 pounds that we know. He might have gained a pound or two. We'll actually be finding out tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we will be able to give you an update next week.
Yeah.
So we will add that to the list.
Yeah. So, anyways, she can't wait to see the kids. All right, James.
Oh, yay.
So, here's what we're going to do tonight for a few minutes and have some fun with it. This month is, some of you know this, some of you don't know this. This month's called March Madness. What March Madness is a giant basketball tournament with 64 college basketball teams. We're not trying to do that. Before everyone gets off goes, oh my God, we can't do sports. We're not doing sports. So I had this idea. I thought it'd be fun. It might be a train wreck. We will see. We're going to have because if we did that one time, I don't know, this was months ago. We had the biblical characters, the 3 biblical characters you'd want to have dinner with, and Jesus couldn't be one of them.
Yes.
And you guys came up with some amazing lists.
They did.
Like some of the lists were
Well, I think
just
you could choose 3.
3, right? And it couldn't be
Yes.
Jesus because that was
Yes,
like
no.
So we don't want Jesus at our food. We just no, I was joking. It was because it was obvious Jesus would be one. So we went with 3 characters. And man, some of the lists you guys came up with, they were so good. It was just so well thought out, so interesting. So if we ask everybody what their favorite biblical character was, we'd get myriad of answers. I think there'd be probably most people would land on sort of 10. So I thought I'd have a little fun. We're going to have a biblical character tournament. What are you laughing at for? You're laughing at. I'm trying to explain this, Kate. I thought this was going to be fun. So what we're going to do is.
Which every biblical character is.
Yeah, it's worth it. But we're going to take tonight. We're going to spend a few minutes tonight. You guys helping us nominate names to be in the tournament. We're going to go with the top 64 names that we can come up with. But Jesus can't be in the tournament because that's not fair. He would win.
Of course.
So we're going to come up with 64 biblical characters. It shouldn't be that hard, although when we get to the bottom, it might be hard. Try to figure out who to take, who to bump out. Once we kind of establish that, then I'll put together, we're going to get a big bracket printed up so we can have it. And we're going to have a little fun and see which one, can we come up with a consensus of which one we think is the, now this is the kind of bracket I can get behind. See you go, Kelsey. We're just trying to help you out. See, Elijah. See, Elijah was her favorite. There you go. Single elimination. I'm going to say single. Hey, Vic Jolin, easy. I was trying to explain it. So anyways, what we want to do tonight for a few moments is we got to come up with nominations for people. We have 64 slots here. So we need nominations for 64 characters. Biblical characters, Old or New Testament. It shouldn't be hard. We're going to come up with a lot of them. We'll see what happens. It's single elimination. So what we'll do is, when we get going, we'll put 2 characters up and have you guys kind of give us your opinion, and the consensus of the Right at Home consensus will determine who. It shouldn't be hard if you're comparing Paul with some other. But when you get sort of close to the end, it should spark some very healthy debate. Kelsey's already coming with number 1. She's gonna. Is that your nomination there, Kelsey? Are you putting Deborah already into the mix?
Oh, hi, Francis.
I'm gonna put her down there. So I'm gonna. How cool are they? Yes, anything. Your favorite, Sadie. How cool they are, because when we get further into it, it's gonna sort of be a debate on like.
Or how important.
How important are they? Are they how relevant they are to our world nowadays? How much their story?
Hey, you told me to write. I gotta do something.
Oh, go ahead, please do it. Well, all right. So, Kate, here we go. Oh, look, Joe went with Dorcas. You brought up Dorcas earlier. Joe, that's awesome. Kate said Dorcas just to be funny.
You and me, I'm telling you.
Okay, hold on. We got Ruth, Hannah, and Deborah.
Okay.
I'm not sure Dorcas is going to make the list there, Joe. We'll keep her in the alternative. Daniel. Rating them on name coolness. You could do that, because I'm telling you, Esteban, when you get down to when we start going back and forth, I think Enoch. There you go, good one, Kate. You said Enoch. I mean, some of the main characters would be. Lori said it. So let's knock some good ones off the list. Abraham.
No, we gotta let them do it.
Okay, we're gonna let this.
You and I could have done this.
It's a play in name. The witch Saul talked to. We'll probably leave her off the list. That's another tournament. Oh, Abraham and Cornelius. Goliath. Balaam, because he spoke to a donkey. Rahab.
Hold on.
Moses. We may have to go back through. Neria's breaking it down with Peter. She's bringing in the big guns. So we're going to have to determine, like, the number 1 seeds. Cornelius is a good one. Lot. Debbie Logan come with Lot. Because some of these may not be who you think would be David.
I want to make sure I'm getting them.
So Rahab, Moses, Peter, Lot, David.
I thought David would have been one of the first.
Old or New Testament, so it can be
I know, guys.
Noah. Eunice.
There you go.
Noah. So in case you're jumping on, Joshua.
Wow, these are a lot of Old Testament.
In case you're jumping on, we're coming up with 64 of the most important names or characters in the Bible to come up with to kind of slot this. Is this true? Caleb and Ehud, the original ninja. Although Paul's good, Maria, we're going to take Paul as well. Actually, let's do Adam and Eve as a single character.
That's just one.
Yes, one character. We'll take Rose and make it a single character.
Jezebel. What? You guys are really disappointing.
We're not putting Jezebel on. We can't do that. She's in
I'm
that.
not putting Jezebel on there. She's going to be the first to go.
So we've got John.
Okay,
Abraham and John the Baptist.
Is that John the Beloved?
Yeah, John,
Laurie,
and then we have John the Baptist and Abraham. We got Enoch. Yeah, Kelsey, Enoch's on there. Mary. Jeff Showman is going Mary.
Okay.
Is that Mary, the mother of Jesus?
Yeah, which Mary? Or Mary Magdalene?
Probably going to go with Mary, the mother of Jesus.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Kelsey said Adam and Eve should be in a bracket against each other. The winner gets fruit. Job.
Oh, that's a good one.
Job, very nice. That's going to be a good one. Some of these are going to be hard to kind of judge which one has more relevance or just overall. Some of them will be easier. Well, how many we have so far?
24.
24 names. So, come on, we're missing some really good ones.
No,
So.
really, seriously.
Okay, Jeff said was Mary, mother of Jesus.
That's what I
Okay.
put down.
Uriah. Zechariah. No, Jacob was, I don't think Jacob was mentioned.
No,
was
Jacob
was
wasn't
not
mentioned.
mentioned.
No.
Solomon. They could be well known for their infamy as well. So, I mean, Solomon is a good one there. Timothy. Samson. Samson and Esther coming back to back. Jeremiah.
Wow.
Joseph, not Jesus' stepdad, the Old Testament Joseph. We got another Esther and a Matthew. Jeff Showman with a Matthew. This is going to be fun. We're going to, Zachariah versus Elizabeth. Kelsey's giving her matchups.
Elizabeth wasn't in there.
Elizabeth wasn't in there? I think we're going to have to end up, come on.
Guys, some of the New Testament.
Priscilla. We're missing some major players here in the New Testament.
Really.
Delilah. Stop. Vic Jolin has got his own thing going on there. Delilah. He's got Jezebel. Jonah. Thank you, Lori, helping us out. We got Rahab. Rahab was on there. Absalom.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Got Jonah.
Elijah and Elisha.
We got Elijah and Elisha. We got Rahab, Absalom, and Judas. Esteban is going straight with Ehud. It is Moses. Was Moses on there?
Yes.
Did we have Moses? Okay.
Moses.
All right. I think we've got him so far.
Just making sure I haven't forgotten anybody.
Luke. Thank you, Sharon. Luke. Lydia. Did you have Ehud on there?
Yes.
Philip. Philip's a good one. So we have to come up with a Onesimus. Going all the way here to the slave in the book of Philemon. Kathy Doolin is going deep into the New Testament here. Who was the guy that held up Moses' arms? Mary versus Mary versus Mary versus Mary. Nicodemus. Nice. Thank you, Wendy. Wendy said Nicodemus. Very good. Lazarus. Mary's number 1 through 14. Maybe Mary can be a ultimate character. All of the Marys. Joshua and Caleb. Do we have Joshua and Caleb?
We have Caleb and Joshua, yes. Lazarus.
Aaron and Hur were the two that helped Moses. Aaron was mentioned, the brother of Moses. Deborah. We've got Deborah. Vic is trying to win some points with ladies. Ladies. But you're going all over the place, Vic. You're saying Deborah, the first woman for Ladies Month, and then you
Mary?
go.
Mary Magdalene?
I think we've had Mary, Mother Jesus, and Mary Magdalene.
Okay.
We got the little boy with the 5 loaves and 2 fish. Titus. Oh, thank you, Sister Cheryl. Joel. Are we getting close? Or we're going to have to like start determining some names.
We have 55.
All right. Pharaoh's daughter.
We have that one.
Habakkuk. Jeff, are you looking up your your names of the Bible? Thomas. Very nice, Rita. That's a good one. James Keller. Yes, it's true. We got Daniel. I believe, Vic, we do have Daniel.
Yes, we do. I was looking if we had Thomas.
Woman at the Well. Very nice. That's a good one. I like that. Woman at the Well. I put the other names. Woman at the Well. Yes, it's true, Bailey. Only a few have made it. We have Peter. We have John. We have Matthew. We have Thomas.
We don't have James.
We don't have James. Michael. As in Michael the Archangel?
Yeah.
I'm assuming?
That's what I was thinking.
That's Ari's dad's favorite book. Very nice. Habakkuk. So we might have to go back through this list, and we're missing some patriarchs, man. Samuel.
There we go.
Samuel. We're missing some patriarchs of the faith here. Mark.
Yeah.
No, we did Paul.
I don't think I have him down.
Okay. Put Paul then, because Naria said Peter, and then she came back later and said Paul.
Oh, I didn't see
So put Paul
I
in
was
there.
going to say, guys, the bishop would be so disappointed.
Stephen and Gabriel. Yes, Sister Cheryl, we got Paul there earlier. Satan, Jeff. That's not going to go on the list, I think. So are
Okay, you're not naming everybody.
Okay, we had Mark, Gabriel, Stephen, and
Yes.
Elisha. We had Elisha and Elijah already.
James. Elisha and Elijah and Malachi. We didn't have Malachi.
Isaac. We did get Cornelius. Isaac. Thank you, Vic.
Oh, we didn't have Joseph. Like, we didn't have some good...
We did.
No, I don't have Joseph.
Yes, our Sister Cheryl
Joseph?
Nominated Joseph, not Jesus, his father, Old Testament Joseph. Abigail, Elijah.
All right, we have 65.
Okay, we got to look at the list, though. We might need to... we're missing some major characters here. Here, let me read back through the list. Okay, I want to read the list for you real quick here, and then maybe we can...
Yeah, we didn't have Jonathan on there.
Okay, so we got to decide who we're going to bump off.
Do we have Hezekiah? I don't know if I put Hezekiah on there.
No, we have Habakkuk. So here we have so far, we have Deborah, Ruth, Hannah, Dorcas. I think Dorcas may have to go, Joe. Daniel, Enoch, Abraham, Cornelius, Goliath, Moses, Rahab, Peter, Lot, Balaam, David, Noah, Joshua, Caleb, Ehud, Adam and Eve is one character, John the Baptist, Mary the mother of Jesus, Job, Uriah, Zechariah, Jacob, Solomon, Timothy, Samson, Esther, Jeremiah, Joseph, the Old Testament Joseph, Matthew, Elizabeth, Priscilla, Miriam, Elijah, Elisha, Absalom, Judas, Jael, Luke, Lydia, Philip, Onesimus, Pharaoh's daughter, Nicodemus, Lazarus, Aaron, Mary Magdalene, the little boy, 5 loaves and 2 fishes, Titus, Joel, Habakkuk, woman at the well, Michael the archangel, Samuel, Paul, Stephen, Gabriel, James, Malachi, and Isaac. Get rid of Paul. He's the favorite. I don't know, honestly, Kelsey. That's what I'm saying. There may be a little bit of Judah. I think Judah could probably knock off Dorcas. So put an alternative list. We'll go back through and knock some of these off. Why is Goliath on there? I'm not sure there.
I think that was the Vic Jolan.
So Bailey said, let's get the New Testament. She'd like to nominate the New Testament Joseph as well.
Yes.
The father, the earthly father of Jesus. Come on, folks. We got some big names not on the list still. I'm worried here in our biblical knowledge. Here, let's see. We got I mean, did we get Sarah? Let's put Sarah on the list over there. We'll put... Wow. Wendy's going deep there. Wendy's got Pilate, Aaron. I think we did get Aaron. Wendy's got Pilate, the 3 wise men, shepherds of the field, and the thief on the cross.
Am I putting those on there?
Let's take Pilate and the thief on the cross. We'll put those on there and we'll kind of go through and see. I think... Did we get Isaiah? We did not get Isaiah. We did get Abraham,
yes,
Esteban.
we did get Abraham.
Oh,
No,
Leah
we
versus
didn't
Rachel.
get-
That's
we didn't
hilarious.
get- Actually, I didn't. There's no Rachel on there.
All right. So we're going to create a list, and then not next week, but the week after. Did we get Ruth? Mm-hmm. Okay, we got Ruth. I'm just looking up some names here. Basic Bible characters. This is true, James. I'm starting to wonder if this is something needs to be a next Tuesday talk. Here. We got Joshua. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think of some maybe names we might have missed here. All right. That's actually funny, Ari. That's good. Oh, that's awesome. Naomi. We can put Naomi on there. She's got to be above Dorcas. She's got to be above Dorcas.
Kathy says she thinks we're not picking her favorites.
No, that's hilarious. Well, I'm just making sure we get some of the bigger names. What did it say?
They didn't want to nominate the well-known people.
Well, we got to go with some well-known people, or won't be...
I think we have... Do we have Ezekiel on there? Or no?
I don't know if... I don't remember saying Ezekiel. Put it down there, we'll make sure. But I guess this is kind of cool, and I know this is not really a right-at-home subject, because usually we're a lot goofier than this. But the really cool thing about this is sort of like...
Do we have a right-at-home subject? We talk about everything.
Yeah, but usually it's a lot more shallow than this. We don't go near Bible characters. We're more like, what's your favorite ham sandwich? And do you like the color red? And what's your favorite Motown song?
Well, then I think next week will be the last of Right at Home.
No. So my point, though, yes, we did say Moses.
Yes, we did say
But what's interesting about this, I'll give you an example. You take the woman at the well and Ezekiel. Which one is more biblically important to us nowadays? Ezekiel has more clout, but the woman at the well is massive in her importance and understanding who Jesus was and what he... So see what I mean? It's not going to be as easy as you guys think it will be. At least I don't think it would be. Hosea, we put Hosea on there. So you take these, you take some of these, and like, how do you pick David over Paul? This is going to be...
how do you pick Jonathan over David?
That's Sister Cheryl. That's what I'm thinking. We should have an Old Testament and a New Testament, and then the winners face off. So, it's Jonathan equals Prince Henry.
Oh, goodness.
Woman with the issue of blood. So that's a good one.
I thought of that one. I couldn't remember if anyone chose that one.
So these are huge because I like this kind of stuff because it sort of challenges sort of how we all see the Bible.
Wasn't the Syrophoenician woman the one that had no greater faith? Remember Jesus
Yeah. Jesus called her a dog.
Yeah. Think about that.
Oh,
My
look,
husband
Kathy
and I,
Doolin.
Yes.
She brought it up.
I'm telling you, think about that. If we called people you and I in this day called someone a dog, it would be plastered over. I'm telling you, Jesus was able to get away with some stuff.
These are good. So, young man in the furnace, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Mm-hmm. Woman caught in adultery.
Am I writing all of these down?
Put them down now. We can go through them and kind of look through them. So we got Shad, Meshach, and Abednego. And then you could put 10 leopards. 10 lepers.
All right, it might take me a little bit, you guys.
The woman caught in
Okay.
adultery and
10
blind
lepers.
Bartimaeus.
Are we putting that
Yeah,
down?
woman caught in adultery and blind Bartimaeus. We did get Jonah, Jerry. Sister Jerry, we did get
Yes,
Jonah.
we
He's on
did.
there. I just think this is kind of an interesting sort of debate because biblical characters, although we do have sort of this, I think, Kelsey, it's both. It's not only your favorite, but it's also the significance. But I think it's more core to how it speaks to you because its biblical significance to me is really how it speaks to you. So it's more how it is towards you. So this is going to be a personal vote, not necessarily a vote based off of its biblical significance, because that's a murky area. It's easier to get into how it is to you. So Kelsey, to your point, and Kathy as well, it's going to be a personal vote. We need the bishop only vote. That would be. But it's interesting because what I'd like to kind of get out of this, it's kind of a fun experiment as well.
No, because I'm telling you right now, Joe, I'm sorry not to cut you off, but the bishop is going to be Paul.
Yeah.
1,000%. So I can just save you the amount of time. It's going to be Paul. It's just, I mean, that is his ultimate favorite. That's the guy he talks about. That's the guy he knows.
I want to nominate Luke. Luke was not on. Luke's on there. Okay, Luke's on there.
Yeah.
We are doing it not next week. We're going to start it the week after, Bailey. So next week's our anniversary. The week after is we're going to get the bracket printed up. We're going to have it back here. We'll have name cards we can move around. Because I think it'd be kind of interesting. I kind of like it as not just something fun, but as an experiment to kind of see how the Bible relates to each one of us differently. Because if I said to you, Jonah or the woman with the issue of blood, Jonah has great significance biblically, but relatability to you, maybe the one with the issue of blood because of what her faith. So to me, it's really interesting. But see,
but also too, wait a minute though. See, we could be doing this.
This
all
is
night,
good.
you
This is
guys.
why I wanted to do this. It sparks great debate.
But the reason with Jonah was because he wasn't wanting to go to Nineveh. So God had to go to that extent and put him in the belly of a fish. I mean, he had to go that far because Jonah apparently, I mean, I know it's not everything is built in where it tells every single thing, but can you imagine? Like sometimes some of us, and I say us, are stubborn enough we want to do it our way that God has to go to extreme measures for us to ultimately say, okay, not my will, whatever you say, Lord, okay.
Yeah.
So that could be very relevant to somebody as well.
Yeah, it's very true. It's going to be interesting. Bailey says, how nice all these obscure characters that we all are talking about them tonight, hundreds of years. And that's so true. One moment of a woman's life where she decided to touch Jesus's garment 2,000 years later is still speaking to you and I today. One woman who Jesus called a dog said, yeah, but even the dogs get crumbs from the master's table, is still echoing one single thing. I know this is right at home, but come on, this is really hard for a preacher to pass up, because you need to think about that. What Bailey said is so true. We want to be like the big characters. We want to be Paul or Peter or these ginormous characters. But the ones who had just one small part, still after all this, is speaking just as much volumes to you and I today.
Well, like the woman at the well. How come we don't know her name? We know her as the woman at the well.
But you know what?
She impacted her entire area.
Her entire city.
Yeah.
But here's the cool thing about the woman at the well. This is a terrible thing. Is why you shouldn't have a preacher do this kind of stuff. But you know one powerful thing about not knowing her name? It just hit me. Do you know what's great about not knowing the woman at the well's name? Is because it's easier to see yourself as the woman at the well when you don't know a name. She's just a woman at the well who's hurting, who needs somebody who can believe in her and talk to her. So Vic Sholin, Vic always brings us back. See?
How did we not get her? The
one with the alabaster box. Put her on there. I think she might have to knock off Dorcas. So, super cool. I think this is, to me, it's going to be, it's not necessarily something we've done. Yes, absolutely, Lori. He told her at the end, he said, I am. He was revealing himself. So that's massive. Oh, wow. So put her up against some other characters, you would think it'd be a runaway. But when you start really talking about the impact, it's not going to be. And I don't think Paul's the runaway winner either. I don't. Because I'm sorry, between Peter and Paul wrote more. But Peter, day of Pentecost, Jesus is upon this rock, I will build my church. He was the guy that brought the gospel to the Gentiles. Yeah, Paul did some amazing stuff, but you can't just say he's a runaway from Peter. Yes, Kelsey. Dorcas, I'm sorry, Joe. Dorcas is getting knocked. We might have to have a she's in Vic's tournament there. Dorcas is in Vic's tournament.
It's funny, you and I talking.
And you said it.
I did. I was trying to think of some no-name random character, and
That's
she
funny.
was the one I thought of. It was funny. Someone else thought of her.
So that's hilarious. The Pope. That's hilarious. That's too funny.
No, Sister Hein, no one said Martha. No.
That's not true, Bailey. I'm not saying Peter's to Paul, but Peter is just he's like, I have such relatability with Peter because half the time he was getting it wrong. So I feel like sometimes.
I think though too, Bailey, I think our pastor is a little bit like Peter.
Okay, this is going to get rough quick. In what way? Well, please expand.
I'm not gonna go there.
Please, I might be needing to repent. We might need a timeout for a station break. I'm gonna be right back after this quick station break.
It's fine.
No. Anyways, Bailey is spitting truth. Oh, that's funny. I didn't realize that. Do I feel like I'm all over? Do I feel like I go with Peter a lot? I don't feel like I do.
Yes, because whenever you and I talk, you're always talking about Peter. But I don't know if I would go as far as to say you're like the bishop with how the bishop is with Paul. I mean, Mother Wright sometimes calls the bishop Paul. It's kind of funny. It's funny. I hope that was okay to say.
No, it's fine.
But yes. But no, I wouldn't go as far as to say that.
Vic Choli, she just missed the list, Vic. But the number 4592 is on the list. But 4593, she just missed the list. She was a little different. 4592 was actually a little better. 4593, she was a little squirrely. So we'll do. She just missed. Vic, you can have your own tournament of obscure female characters of the Bible. We'll let Dorcas be on that list. Oh, this is great. So anyways, this should be fun. We'll put this together. We'll have a little fun with it. But also, I think it will spark some kind of interesting perspective because we've got to know you over the last year, really getting to know you and sort of what makes you tick in your world. You know, just some interesting facts about you. But this is sort of how impactful these things are in your life. And I think it's really interesting to see. And there may be some that will be obvious, but I think this will be interesting for me to see how each one of these characters really sort of speak to us in 2021 that may not have spoken to us the same way 1,000 years ago. There's no way the woman at the well knew her great significance when she's sitting there. But again, it's just interesting. It's just something interesting to kind of, for us to kind of have and chew on. Hopefully it will be, Sister Cheryl. That's the plan. Will be sort of some fun back and forth time on this. And we're going to make it a big deal. So next week, we've got the list now. I think we're pretty much... So I will put together the list this week. And maybe what we can do, here's what we'll do. For fun, we'll make it real. Next week, we will actually reveal the bracket. Okay. So they actually can start to see. And then we'll come back the following week and we'll do the first few rounds. Because it's going to take a while. That's 32 just the first round alone will be 32 different back and forth. So it might take us a while to get through that, but you never know what it will start. See, thank you. See, I'm telling you, Vic, that's what I'm thinking. So it's not a clear-cut favorite here. So we'll put this together. We'll reveal it next week on the anniversary show, and we'll have some fun with it. Next week we'll have a lot more fun. We'll have some good laughs, and hopefully we'll get everyone that's been on at least a few times back on next week to kind of have us just a fun looking back on the year. It really has been an amazing time, and we've had times through the ebbs and flows.
I was gonna say your classic ebbs and flows.
It's ebbs and flows. I mean, I know there's been times where, hey Beverly, how are you tonight? We've had sort of ups and downs, and I know every Sunday people are not home, and there's stuff going now with more stuff opening up. But it's been,
we've enjoyed the last year.
Yeah, we're missing some of our main players tonight. I don't know where John. We need to send an APB out on John Lombardo. This is the first one he's missed in a while. I'm gonna have to text him and see if he's alive. But anyways, so we're gonna do this, have a little fun, and see where it goes from there. And can I repeat the topic? So Johnny, what we did tonight was we are going to create the ultimate biblical character right at home tournament. We're going to try to come up with 64 names. We got to go through and knock some people off the list. And then we're going to have like a little bit of a tournament. John, you're alive. Thank God, all is well. I was going to have to send somebody over your house, John, to see if you're there. You were making me nervous. But we're putting together sort of this ultimate 64 character bracket, and we're going to kind of have some fun with it. Not next week, but the week after, and kind of go from there and see where it goes. And we're already kind of fun. It's just interesting tonight, some of the perspectives you guys have had already, which kind of is awesome. I love hearing how you guys.
Well, all the different viewpoints.
Yeah, that's because it's all valid.
That.
I mean, I think that's sometimes, and I'll say this is one of my pet peeves. I think sometimes if you're not careful, and I don't mean this to be condescending, but I think sometimes preachers can get a little arrogant in thinking their opinion should be the number one. I think when it comes to opinion, we have to agree on doctrine. That's a major. But when it comes to opinion of how the Bible relates, everybody has a different opinion because it's so relatable to all of us. I mean, my wife and I have constant sort of different perspectives on things.
No.
Okay. All right. Wow. So, well, we always have these different perspectives, and her perspective always helps me because she sees things in ways I don't see, and I can become very much focused on only my way of seeing it. But I love this because I think it's not only that, but it's actually kind of, I think it's a little bit, not inspiring, but maybe a little challenging and encouraging in the same way, because you get to see things like, you're right, I didn't even think about that. Like, for example, we think Paul.
Can you say that again?
Encouraging?
You're right. You said it.
How do I?
You're right.
Why do I?
I want to get that again. Can you say that again?
Encouraging.
No.
You're right?
Yeah.
When did I say that?
You just said it. I don't get to hear that very often.
Oh, man. Okay, well, all right. So anyways.
Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's fine.
I messed up your train of thought.
No, it's fine. But anyways, we're going to have a little fun with it. I think it's just more of a situation where we are seeing how God really is able to make his word personal to you. Maybe that's a better way of putting it. And this is a fun way to kind of do that. Mm-hmm. Because, again, like Kelsey said, Paul's going to automatically win. I don't think Paul automatically wins. I don't think Paul speaks to everybody across the board. Yeah, he is. Oh, Leanne's cheering you on. He is important, but I don't think you can just say he's number one. So.
I think it's just because if you've been in Antioch a long time,
True. Paul
is like is one of the all-stars of what you hear.
But apparently I talk about Peter a lot.
You do.
So now I'm going to have to make sure Yes, and it is on video, Sister Cheryl. So, anyways, we will go back to the drawing board and we'll get this together. I think I'm going to go to my guy at Science by tomorrow and see if he can print up a bracket with dry erase board. So, it'll be fun.
You guys, this is serious.
This is serious. We're taking this serious.
You guys better show
We're going to
up.
crown a Right at Home champion.
And he goes, oh, you guys, he is like enthused.
I'm going to do this. This is going to be great.
Please help me out.
The Right at Home Biblical Character Challenge. So we have to determine, though, we'll have to determine some rules on how we determine who advances. So we might have to have Bishop Wright as a phone a friend to be the tiebreaker.
Well, you already know. If Paul is in there, Paul is the top.
We'll have to come up with another name for Paul. So we'll have to think of another way to throw the bishop up. Oh, look. Bailey is intrigued and invested, and Christine is ready. Seriously. I'm at home, man. I don't wear shoes at home. So Christine and Bailey are fired up. So,
oh, good. Yes.
We'll see.
It's always the women. We're just awesome like that.
Bible Character Edition March Madness. I like it. So we may have to come up with a logo and everything. Oh, we're going to go all the way.
Well, we do have our logos in.
Yes. They were
You didn't.
Should I go up and get them real quick? Or reveal them, or wait to reveal them more?
Wait till I reveal them.
We've got 3D logos for Sunday morning and for Right at Home.
Yes.
We got a special design by a guy here in Annapolis. It's all special etched in there because it should be cool. So
we don't have them up yet because of we might have to redo this wall color. We're having a little bit of an issue with it. Yeah. So, but they're in, so that's exciting. And
they're really good. They look amazing. They're super cool. Super, super cool. They're 3D, look like carved in wood. So very, very cool. So
actually, Sister Cheryl, no, they don't. I have to say, my husband does a very good job making sure his feet are well groomed all the time.
Yes, and I don't have scary toenails either.
He doesn't for a guy, because I've seen some guys' feet. My husband actually has pretty nice feet for a male. So, so no,
how we're getting on feet now? It's going down.
Sister Cheryl asked a question.
Okay, all right. Oh, now it's going. The women are speaking up. I feel like a woman could be a dark horse in this. Because we have a lot more women viewers on Right at Home than men.
Do.
So women could finally speak out, and you guys could claim your name as the most important character in the Bible. This could be interesting. Because you could say the most important character is Mary, because without Mary, there's no Jesus. And without Jesus, we got nothing. So Mary wins. So it's not going to be as clear-cut as...
hi, Jacqueline.
Hey, Sister.
How are you?
Well, I don't know, I don't know, Jackie, we go that far. The woman that antagonized, wasn't it true about the woman who turned around and called the spirit of Python? Is that what you're talking about, Vic?
Oh my goodness.
Vic is going to have his vixen characters here. So anyways, we'll get this together. We'll reveal it next week. We'll have some fun. This is going to be a lot of fun.
You guys, next week is going to be fun, too.
It's going to be good.
Not only just with this, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
Mary Knots, yes!
Hey!
Mary Knots has spoken.
She said Mary wins.
Mary wins. Although I think if you made Mary, the name Mary, a super character, so you had Mary, the mother of Jesus, Mary Magdalene.
Like Kelsey said, Mary, 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 Mary.
Like, it would be a super character. And you actually, as funny as it sounds, that actually may win. Yes. We may have to debate whether or not we make the name Mary a super character, where all Marys are included. We could include all Joseph. So Joseph of the Old Testament and Joseph of the New Testament.
Against some of the big boys like a Paul.
Yes. I think this is going to be great.
So we could have multiple series.
Yes. This is not going to be as easy as you guys thought. I'm actually getting excited. It's going to be interesting. If Mary is a super character, I really think Mary could be a dark horse to win the entire thing. Because you got Mary Magdalene, Mary could be one if you made Mary a super character. I'm telling you, I actually am starting to really laugh because I think there is a high chance a woman character could win this entire thing. Oh, this could be good. This could be good because I think there's so many times we think of characters in the Bible, we automatically go to the big. See, the Mary 4 versus Paul.
See, that's
not
what I said.
exactly a clear-cut winner.
Said. Yeah, we could pair them up against the big boys.
I'm telling you guys, this is actually going to be interesting.
But then you could say you'd have to put 4 of them up against one person.
But that's the beauty of it because when you think of Mary, you really don't think of Mary separately. You really do think of all the Marys. I'm telling you, this is actually interesting. No Mary, no Jesus. That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you, no Mary, no Jesus. In the story, boom. Proud Mary, keep on rolling. Apparently Mary is already...
Actually, Kathy, I agree with you. Deborah was, yeah. Deborah could take on
I'm telling you guys think it's going to be just this cakewalk. I don't think it's going to be. This is actually interesting.
Oh, this will be a lot of fun.
It will be. So,
okay,
all right.
Please hop on next
Spread the
week.
word.
Yes.
We will kind of, we'll
you
introduce
have to
it.
spread the word. When they see, I'm telling you.
When they see my
yes.
bracket? Or next week?
Next week.
Oh, when they turn it on and see?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. No need. Everyone will be like,
Yeah.
you have to come on
You
and
will.
see.
Even if you're scrolling through, we're going to.
This will be a visual performance next week. I'll just put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Next week will be visually important that you actually are watching. This is not a sound on moment. You'll actually be able to watch. So anyways, and then after that, we will introduce the man with the, no, that's how you, biblical style men versus men. This is awesome. So, and then we'll reveal the bracket next week. We'll do the recap, some fun stuff we've done over the last year. There's going to be some fun visual stuff next week. And our kids are going to be on. And then the next week after that, we will start the ultimate March Madness biblical character right at home edition. We'll introduce the bracket next week. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to go down. Should be fun.
I don't know if I would say place your bets.
Shekels. We take shekels. You can place your bets in shekels.
Your votes.
Cast your lots.
Place your bets.
Place your bets. Shekels. We take shekels. Only biblical shekels accepted here at this place. No. Anyways, all right. That should be fun. We're going to have some fun the next couple of weeks. Break up sort of the same old, and have a little bit of fun with it and see where it goes. So it should be exciting. I think the tournament is actually going to take several weeks. It's not going to all be done in 1 week. It's going to, the Merry Madness. I like it. Merry Madness. $50 on Joseph. That's 50 shekels. I'm not sure what the conversion rate is.
I told you to cast your vote.
Cast your vote. Cast our lots. That's what I'm saying,
Cast your
Esteban.
lot.
So, cast your bread upon the water. Anyways, all right. Next week, 1 year anniversary. And then week after that, we're going to start our biblical character March Madness showdown. And we'll work on that. We're going to have to work on the ballot this week and kind of seed these things properly. So, should be interesting debate to kind of determine who is supposed to be number 1, number 2, number 3. So, anyways, we'll see. All right? Sound like fun? Should be fun. All right, guys. Fun night. Thanks for jumping on. Thanks for being a part. As always, we love you. We hope you have a wonderful week. And next week, it's going to be good, Kate. It's going to be good. Oh, trust me.
Yes.
It should be fun next week.
It will be a lot of fun.
Next week should be a lot of fun. So, come. A lot of screenshots will be taken next week. I'm determined. All right. Yes, it will be, Kate. It's going down. You will be posted on Instagram and Facebook from all over. All right, guys. Have a great week.
Yeah.
We love you, and thanks for hanging out with us again tonight. And we'll do it again next week. Good night.